Welcome to this extended experiment with Kakoro TTS. In this test, we are not aiming for a quick demonstration, but rather for sustained narration, something that feels closer to an audiobook or a podcast episode. The goal is to hear how the voice performs over several minutes, maintaining rhythm, clarity, and a natural sense of storytelling. Let us imagine for a moment that you are sitting by a window on a quiet morning. Outside, the city is slowly waking up. You hear the faint sound of cars in the distance, the rhythm of footsteps on the sidewalk, and perhaps the song of a bird perched on a nearby tree. You open a book, or you press play on an audio story, and you allow yourself to drift into another world. That is the experience we want to reproduce here. A voice that can carry you, gently but firmly, through a longer journey of words and ideas. Our story begins with a reflection on change. Change is one of the few constants in life. We see it in the turning of the seasons, in the cycles of day and night, in the way rivers carve valleys and mountains slowly crumble into dust. Human life too is defined by change. We grow, we learn, we lose, we discover. And each change, no matter how small, leaves its mark on who we are and who we become. Think of the great explorers who set sail centuries ago, leaving behind the comfort of familiar shores to venture into the unknown. Their journeys were filled with uncertainty and danger, but also with wonder and discovery. They did not know what they would find, yet they trusted that the risk of change was worth the reward of growth. In a way, each of us is an explorer. We may not cross oceans, but we cross phases of our own lives, moments that challenge us, moments that shape us, moments that define us. As you listen to this narration, let yourself reflect on your own path. Where are you coming from? Where are you going? What changes have already marked your journey, and which ones still lie ahead? Sometimes we resist change because it feels threatening. We want to hold on to what is known, what is safe, what is familiar. But in truth, nothing remains fixed forever. The only question is whether we embrace change willingly or whether we wait until it forces itself upon us. Imagine, now, a traveler on a mountain path. The climb is steep. The stones are loose and the air is thin. Each step is a test of endurance. But the higher the traveler climbs, the more the view opens, revealing valleys and rivers, forests and villages, stretching far beyond what could be seen at the beginning. At the summit, the air is crisp and clear, the horizon vast, the sense of accomplishment undeniable. Such is the journey of change, difficult, sometimes painful, but ultimately rewarding. Technology, too, is a form of change. Not so long ago, reading aloud required the presence of a human voice. Today, with tools like Kakoro TTS, we can generate voices that carry stories across time and space. It is not about replacing the human element, but about extending possibilities, giving access to narration when a live speaker is not available, or opening doors for creators who wish to share their work in new formats. As this narration continues, notice how the rhythm adapts. Sometimes the pace is steady, as if walking along a well-paved road. Sometimes it slows, pausing for reflection, as if stopping at a crossroad to decide which direction to take. This variation is what makes listening pleasant. Monotony, after all, is the enemy of attention. A good narrator, whether human or synthetic, must keep the listener engaged, offering a flow that feels alive. Consider how you might use such a tool in your own life. Perhaps you are a teacher, and you wish to make your lessons more accessible. Perhaps you are a writer, and you want to hear your own words read aloud, to test their rhythm and flow. Or perhaps you are simply curious, experimenting with what technology can do, pushing it beyond short commands into the realm of sustained storytelling. Let us return to our traveler on the mountain path. The sun has begun to set, painting the horizon with shades of orange and gold. The air is cooler now, and the shadows stretch longer. The traveler pauses, takes a deep breath, and looks back at the path already covered. It was not easy. There were moments of doubt, of fatigue, of near surrender. And yet, here they stand, stronger than before, with a clear view of the world. This is the gift of perseverance, the gift of change embraced rather than resisted. As this extended test comes to an end, remember that what you are hearing is not just words, but an experiment in possibility. A possibility that stories can be told, lessons can be shared, and voices can be generated, all through the power of technology. It is a reminder that we live in extraordinary times, where imagination and innovation meet. Thank you for listening, and may your own journey, whatever mountain you are climbing, whatever change you are facing, bring you clarity, strength, and a deeper connection to the world around you.